Alright, hello everybody, Albert here. In this video, we will walk through how I do my targeting. So there are four main methods that I use: Audience Insight, and then use Facebook Creates Ads page, then Google and Wikipedia, and the last one, page likes. Let's head over to the first one, Audience Insights. So you go to Facebook Ads, Audience Insights. Choose everyone on Facebook. Alright, so Facebook provides audience insight for marketers like us. This tool is very powerful. I mean, who knows Facebook audience better than Facebook itself when it comes to Facebook advertising, right? There are many insights we can look at here: demographics, page likes, location, activity, and household purchase. But I don't like to overcomplicate things. I think these three information here are enough to give a good result. So let's say if you input firefighter, Audience Insight will show you the data related to firefighter. So this is the demographics for people who are firefighters, who like firefighters, or who talk about firefighters. So these are all the pages that are related to firefighters. So like fire camp, police, firefighter toolbox, firefighter art, I support firefighters. And then now look at the page like here. The affinity here is a gold mine. So this is a crucial indication of how targeted the keyword you just input. For example, I support firefighters with affinity of 7 times. So what is affinity? Affinity shows how likely somebody who likes this interest would like firefighters compared to who doesn't like this interest here. So Facebook has done a good job in telling you the most related audience to your keyword here. This page with a high affinity is a great page for you to target. So I usually target affinity with 10 times above. We still can tune this down to get pages with higher affinity. But let's use another example. Teacher. And now see, this is a bit different from firefighter. It doesn't show as many related pages as before. There are only 2 teachers related pages, I think, which are we are teachers and school outfitters, but the rest are really random. And then you check the affinity here. The number is very low. So why does the keyword teacher produce such a low affinity pages? Why does, when you type in teacher here, these unrelated pages show up? Now, if you look at the audience size, there are 20 million to 25 million monthly active people, while the number of teachers, according to the government, in 2014 is around 3 million. So why does the number here show much more than that? Because there is a term, like by association. I learned this from Matt. So 20 to 25 million here includes not only teacher, but also like by association. So for example, if you are not a teacher and if you have a teacher friend who posts something on Facebook and you happen to like this post or comment or share, or even if you talk in a message and you mention something about teacher, you will be possibly included in the interest here to be targeted, because Facebook needs audience to serve the ads. So that's why in doing targeting, you're not going to target the broad interest like teacher here, or you will get bad results. So like by association is a very important concept you need to understand. Understanding this will save you from wasting your money and getting bad results from targeting too broad. So we will try from we are teachers. So we remove the keyword teacher and we will start with we are teachers as our main interest here. We assume people who like we are teachers page mostly will be people who announce themselves as a teacher. Now if you see the result here, it's better than before. Alright, and it also has pages with high affinity here. And if you look at the audience size here, it is tuned down to 400k people. This is definitely more targeted than 20 million audience before. Let's look at our diagram here. So these are the steps that I take when I'm doing the targeting on Audience Insights. First, what you do is you put the main interest, which we have done. We put we are teachers as our main interest. Then you note down all related pages in page likes. You check the availability whether it's more than 10, and you also check availability as the interest. So let me show you what it means. Alright, so after we put we are teachers as our main interest, we go to page likes and we note down all the page here. We check the affinity, which is very high here. Not all pages that are listed here are gonna pop up as targetable interest. So that's why we have to type in here, for example, surviving a teacher's salary, to see whether it's available or not. I don't think it's available. Let's try the next one, scholastic teacher. Alright, and then school outfitters, yes. Teachers pay teachers, okay. Clever classroom, no. Let's try without space. Okay, I don't think it's available. Edutopia, mailbox, okay, so you get the idea. After that, you note this down. So let's put it teacher targeting. Okay, so we start from we are teachers, and then scholastic teachers, school outfitters, teachers pay teachers. Is it the way it's spelled? Teacher pay teachers.com. Okay, teachers pay teachers.com, and then Edutopia, the mailbox, and so on. So give me 1 minute, I will type this first. Alright, I've typed some of these here for example, and you can continue, you can go along with the list here. Alright, then what we gotta do next is you note down all related pages in top categories. You check the relevancy and you check the page activity. So look at the top categories here. Since there is no affinity data to help you decide whether this is really related or not, if you question the page, always pop it open and check inside. Some of these have already shown up on the page likes. So let's choose. Alright, let's say for example, really good stuff. We are not really sure whether this is education related or not. So we just click on it and check yes. So this is Teacher Appreciation Week, fun and creative teaching tools for today's classroom. And the last time they post is 5 hours ago, which shows that this is an active page. Alright, so you can include this into your list. So basically you just write down, you check one by one, and you note down all the related lists here and then add it to your list. Alright, next step, we're gonna input all the interests that we have noted, and then we check the demographics. We tune in the demographics if necessary. The pages showing up will be more relevant. So you copy all this here. Alright, you need to put a comma for all this list to be copied. Copy and then paste. Alright, then we choose the demographics. So you can see most of the audience are women, so we just tune it down to women. And then the age range, I will segment it from 25 to 64. Let's see the page likes. So when I create the ads, I will target this age range and this gender. Next, what we are going to do is to input the interests that you have found one by one as a keyword, and then you look at the page likes and you look at the top categories to make sure once again that this is a related interest. So we go to our list, and then we'll start from scholastic teachers. Okay, so you look at the page likes and you look at the top categories to make sure that this is a teacher related interest. Though it is quite obvious here, there's a teacher keyword here, but some of the interests have the name that is not really obvious, so we have to cross check here. Then what you're gonna do is you note down the related pages that didn't show up before, or you can use Ctrl F or Command F in Mac to help you. What I mean by this is you check the page likes here, whether there are interests that pop out that haven't shown before. And you also check the top categories here. Most of the time, I will find several interests that didn't show up before, and they can add to my list. All right, so every new interest you found, you just keep adding to this list. So okay, let's say for example, all right, Kids Discover magazine. You just add it to your list. So if you have already had a long list, you can use Ctrl F to help you. So for example, if you spot a teaching channel, you want to check whether you have put in or not, you can just search teaching channel. All right, so it means that you haven't added teaching channel in your list. So next step, you just keep repeating step 5 and 6 and just go down along this list, and you'll find 1 or 2 new interests that didn't show up before. I know this looks like a laborious task, but you only did it once for each niche, and you're going to use this list over and over again when you relaunch a new shirt. So this list will become very handy once you hit a winning campaign and you are going to scale it. Because when you are scaling a campaign, how far you can scale depends on how long your list of interests here is. All right, I hope it makes sense. As I said, Facebook Audience Insight is very powerful. I spent most of my time doing targeting using this tool. Okay, next we go to the second method, which is using Facebook Create Ads page. So we go to Facebook Ads Create. Just choose send people to your website and click any link here. Okay, what we're gonna do is we go to the interest section and you take out your list and you're typing in one by one here. Let's start from We Are Teachers. Okay, then Facebook will show you a suggestion interest for you to target. So most of the time there will be interests that did not show up in Audience Insights before. Again, there is no affinity data to help you make decision whether this is closely related on interest or not, but you can always check it using Audience Insight. So for example, classroom management, I didn't see it in Audience Insights before. So let's go to Audience Insight and type in classroom management. The audience size is 200K, and yes, from the page likes and from the top categories, we can tell that classroom management is a closely interest to teacher niche. Then we can add to our list. Okay, then you try to find other interests here. If you are done with this one, you continue with the next, scholastic teachers, and you just repeat the same steps. All right, so this is how you will find some hidden interests that didn't show up in Audience Insight. Now the other way to find more interest is using Google and Wikipedia. So basically you just go to the Google and you search for association, magazine, website, products, brands, public figures, and charities, and anything that you can think of. So for example, you can type in a teacher association in Google. Let's see what comes out. So we go to Google and we type in teacher association. All right, so you can check all this, whether it is available as interest or not. let's say California Teachers Association. Yes, right? Oh, it's not bad. 10 to 15K. So I will surely add this as my interest. California Teachers Association. And then you can check all these that are listed here on Google. There's a trick that I use is that you can type in Wikipedia category niche association. So just change the niche to teacher. Wikipedia category teacher association, and then you click this one, and Wikipedia will show you the list of teacher association based in the United States. These are all the interests that you can basically just type it on the Audience Insight, and if it's available, you just add them to your list here. Let's take another example like a forum. Okay, let's check forum. We go to Google and search for teacher forum, and TeachersNet. All right, let's check on this one. Okay, so this is a forum for teacher. Let's go to Audience Insight and check TeachersNet. Look, so this is available. Even though the audience is not big, but I will still add it to my list because this is worth targeting. This is a very targeted interest. You can play with the keywords here. You can try a magazine, a teacher's magazine, teacher's website. All right. The next one is we look at page likes by passionate people. So the way we do it is we look for other t-shirt posts, and then we look for a post with lots of comments, and we find some passionate people. Usually the comment will be like need it, love it, want it, or take my money. And then we look at the likes in their profile. So you copy this and then you change the word needs to teacher. All right, let's look for a post with lots of comments and shares. Let's take this one, 49 comments and 500 plus shares. Let's click on this and let's browse through the comment here. Let's take this one, Chastity and Deborah. We look for the like. Alright, sometimes people set their Facebook privacy setting to not showing their likes. Let's check on this one. Yes. Okay, we click on this and we browse through the likes here to see whether they are a teacher related page. Okay, see Scholastic Reading Club. Okay, let's check. Looking from the page likes and the categories here, this seems like a very related interest. We can click to see the page. To help kids discover the excitement of choosing and reading their own books while helping earn free books for their classroom. Alright, I think this can do. Okay, so this is an example of how you can find interest from passionate people likes. So these are the methods that I use to do targeting. So the point is you try to add as many leads as you can, because you don't know when you're gonna hit a big campaign and these leads will be very valuable to you when you want to scale it. So in the next video, we're going to talk about how to set up ads. All right, see you in the next video.